welcome to the King Kong Trail. I'm Doug Vandiver, sitting next to, well, you can tell it's usually my bride's sitting here, but she's not, and you're not, and that's good. So I'm Doug Vandiver, sitting with the guys from Musty Flick. How you guys doing?
Good.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Glad to be here. I like this setup a lot.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm on the Joe Rogan Experience.
You know, I have to admit that is an influence of mine. You know, of course, I'm not going to be lighting up the cigars and stuff like that because not in this space. This would be
hot box. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
For sure, for sure.
So, yeah. Well, thanks for guys coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I just ran across you guys on Facebook probably about a week and a half ago, and something about releasing a CD, and because this is the the podcast that I do, it's like, okay, got to get a hold of these guys. So,
Awesome.
It's very good to meet you guys.
Yeah, good
So
to meet
tell me
you.
a little bit about the band. Tell me about introduce yourselves and yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Seth. I sing and play guitar in the band.
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting used to my camera angles. So
Okay.
let's do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. So I'm Seth. I sing and play guitar.
Okay.
I'm Brock. I play drums.
All right.
My name's Micaiah. I play the bass, and I'm backing vocals in a couple of the songs.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Now, I seen the first video you guys put out before the release.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that is correct.
What song was that?
Watch You Crawl.
Watch You Crawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually put that out back at the beginning of April, and I actually wrote that song a while back, like a couple years ago, and along with a handful of other songs that I wanted to bring to life. So these guys luckily dug the songs that I was working on, and we decided to turn it into a band.
Yeah, make something of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, how long have you three been together?
Not very long.
Yeah, since like March.
Yeah, March probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very
Yeah,
long
we-
at
And
all.
did you record the album like since you guys got together?
Yeah,
Or was it
no,
something-
it was pretty click bang. You know, we get through it. You know,
Okay.
we had some stuff to work on, and we just kind of
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks after we started the band, we were already recording, because
Oh, wow.
I already had a handful of songs that I was working on, and Micaiah wanted to play bass, so he bought a brand new bass, and
That's the way to do it.
yeah, and we just kind of turned a studio out of Brock's house and
me and Seth have always
recorded
been,
everything.
Yeah, me and Seth have always been pretty music influence heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we've worked together on like quite a bit of stuff. You know, in the past, just jamming out. Listen to music in general. So
Yeah.
with me and him, and with Micaiah's help too, we all were able to powerhouse out and get this album
Very cool.
ready out for the public.
Very cool. So you did it out of your house. Well, what kind
Yes.
of back in my day, I'm dating myself. Back in my day, my band recorded like one or two songs up at the Pro Shop.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
And we actually recorded one. Guy was on North Hill, really old guy, really cool studio. We used tapes and tape decks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you guys recording?
I actually want to comment on that real quick. My grandpa was in a band.
I might have
and
played with him then.
You might have. He might have, yeah. Well, he recorded there at the Musicians Pro Shop.
Okay.
And they still have his CD
Really?
on one of their racks. Yeah.
And who's your grandpa?
His name's Warren Jacobs. He passed away a while back, but he was in this band called the Fortune Brothers. They were like a 50s, 60s cover band.
Okay.
Old rock and roll songs. But yeah, he was definitely a big influence on me when it came to that stuff. But anyway, the recording stuff. So I just have like a little, it says Zoom R8 little mixer.
Yeah, I got
and-
a Zoom,
okay.
R16 over here. So
Oh, cool. Yeah, and we just plug the guitar straight into there, and for the DAW I use Fruity Loops, which is actually not really a rock system. It's more for like hip hop and stuff.
Okay.
But it did the job. Like I had the professional version of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just recorded straight through there, and then we had a guy we hired a guy to mix and master it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
Yeah, we were fortunate to get all that done and have that going.
Yeah. Well, we were on a time crunch too, because I actually just became a dad. So
Really?
we
were pushing it a little bit.
We were trying to get it done before she was born. So that's why the album is only 8 songs long.
Yeah.
If anybody was wondering.
Yeah, it was.
But we wanted to go like 10 songs, but either way, we're happy with the outcome, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys push through it pretty quickly. I'm sure you can do your next sessions just about.
Yeah.
No.
Well, very cool. I mean, congratulations on your daughter being born.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
For sure.
So, well, okay, we know about you a little bit. Tell us about yourself. Where'd you all meet?
I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
I met him through work a couple years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, me and him been tight for a while here now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we met back.
Go way
in-
back.
Way back.
Way back. Yeah.
And then,
Way back to 2015.
actually, I think that was
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no.
It was 2015.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, and then I met Micaiah through Brock,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then
I think it was like last year.
last year sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me about growing up. You said your grandpa had recorded up the pro shop.
Yeah.
So, musical family, I'm taking it.
Honestly, no.
Really?
He was like the only one, at least biological. And then I got into music. I mean, that was part of it. But my mom dated this guy who is a local. You might know him, Frank Myers. He's a guitar player around here.
Heard of him. Yeah, because Frank Myers, I think, is very well known. And I probably reached out to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, you should.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, my mom dated him a long time ago. I was like 10, 11, and he got me and my brother into playing guitar. So that's kind of how it started with me playing instruments. But yeah, my dad, it kind of skipped him. He's not musically inclined.
I think it must do it because
Some genes don't carry on.
growing up in high school, I played, and then I recorded a song or two at the pro shop, and life happens.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my kids into music.
Mhm.
One has a bass upstairs. Every once in a while, like every 2 weeks, boom, boom, and that's about
That's
it.
like Micaiah.
And then my youngest kid, he just has zero interest in music. I think it's probably because his older brother plays it so much.
Just annoys him, yeah.
Annoys the crap out of him. So,
Get annoyed at that real quick. I could see that, yeah.
So how about you? What?
I mean, I've had some family that was big into the music. It's mostly not really anything big. As far as that goes, I've been in band for a while now. Just grew up playing music. Not really a whole lot of influence, directly down from anybody else. Like I said, there's been few family members here and there that played instruments, but nobody that's really pursued it on a career like that. Less in the younger generation of my family, actually. I do have somebody that follows me.
Okay.
Not really follows me, but he does music a lot and stuff, and I've talked with him, and I don't know, just family genetics and passing out and seeing the younger generation do it is always good to see, because I never got it from anybody.
Sure.
I picked it up by myself, so never really had much influence on that.
Okay.
Yep.
And you said you played in bands. Any bands that we may have heard about?
Just very, very short contemporary
Yeah,
bands.
we played in a band
Yeah,
together.
me and Seth have done just a lot more jamming in general.
Yeah.
Just him bringing over his guitar and me jamming out on the drums.
We tried bands in the past.
They just never have worked out all that
This is
well.
the first one where it was like, well, I think those were kind of practice
Yeah.
for this, because now we're both at a point where we actually can kind of play our instruments.
We'll go out and sound half decent, Better play for a show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
How about you?
I didn't.
Have you come a little closer?
Yeah.
The only person who really was musically inclined growing up to me was my brother.
Mhm.
He played guitar. He begged for months and months for my parents to get him a guitar. And when he finally got an acoustic guitar, we went down to Quincy and got it. He would play that thing every day, all night long, everything.
Until your fingers bled.
Right. So that's where I kind of got my wanting to play the bass from, except for he played the guitar and I saw him, but I was like, I don't like the pick. I don't like playing with the pick. It just feels weird getting caught on the string. So I'm like, bass, I can just, finger pluck, have fun with it.
Yeah.
So that's where I basically came from. Mine was my brother played guitar, and then I saw that. I'm like, might as well pick it up. And they're looking for a bassist, so it worked out.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'll definitely say I got a lot more influence from individual artists and band than I did family.
Yeah.
That was
Same
more
here,
of my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
People around town or just?
Mostly more popular artists, I should say. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing really local was inspiring of that nature, I guess. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, tell me a little bit about the album.
All right. Well,
Tell us about the album, Seth.
yeah, I'll hold
Let's
it up.
go.
So, it's called Plenty of Mustard, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering why it would be called that. So,
There's got to be a story behind that.
there is a story, believe it or not.
Is there?
It's not just completely random. I decided to take the cover art literally and make it a mustard bottle. I thought that would be appropriate. But actually, the term mustard, and Brock can probably describe it better, it's from a game called Rocket League.
It's
mustard?
It's mostly just like I'm trying to find a way to be able to describe this in the best way I can.
Finesse or
Yeah, finesse, I guess is the word. Like smooth, of fast nature.
Yeah. Do you know what Rocket League is?
No, I don't
Have you
think
ever
he
heard
knows.
of it?
Do not.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what Rocket League is.
Okay, so it's basically soccer, but with little rocket cars.
Okay.
And the name Musty Flick actually comes from the game too.
Okay.
It's a name of a trick in the game.
It's like a trick shot. Like you would throw like a basketball behind your head. You could do fancy stuff, and that's I guess just that.
And so mustard, like you said, it's like finesse, I guess.
I'm getting a feeling of a junior high joke here.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those pop punk joke. Type,
yeah. That's good.
Like
The cliche behind that.
The
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
I wasn't sure of it at first, but it kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
Hey,
and the thing I like more than the name is actually the back of the CD.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty proud of that idea.
did you do that artwork yourself?
I did actually.
He
I
did
took
the artwork
pictures
himself.
and everything. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, tell you what, take us track by track.
Take us track by track.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so the first song is "Start the Party," and that is more of an upbeat pop punk song that definitely needed to go first on the album because it kind of
it's starting the party to the album.
Kind of grabs everybody's attention.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, just a fun song. Yep. And then the second song, "Watch You Crawl," that one I'm really proud of because we got some airplay on that one. People gave us really good feedback on the music video and stuff. And yeah, that's the oldest song actually on the album that I wrote. I wrote that like a few years back. And so it's just been kind of sitting in my pocket for a long time. But then looking back is, I guess, a kind of heavier song on the album, more fast-paced. It's not one of my favorites, but the thing that does stand out is the guitar solo in this one. Mm-hmm. I'm not really a solo guy. I'm more just, regular riffs.
Pop punk doesn't.
Exactly.
Not really.
So I was pretty proud of the solo in that. But for me, I thought it was pretty decent. And then "Don't You Break My Heart," I feel like it's kind of a mutual band favorite.
For sure.
It's really poppy. I don't know. Is there anything you want to say about that song?
No,
It's just catchy.
No,
It's really catchy.
It's a real good song. Yeah, I think it was well written, and I think the structure of it, and I do agree. It should be a band favorite amongst all of us. 'Cause of how well I just one of the better songs, I would say.
Yeah,
No, for
definitely.
sure.
Probably one that would get more radio time if we had more. Of
Yeah,
following.
we're actually planning on doing another music video, and
Yeah.
I think we're probably gonna go with "Don't You Break My Heart."
Yeah,
for the next
that
one.
will probably be the next one for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is "In and Out." This is kind of a slower jam on the album. That we've also thought about this one for a music video too, and it could still happen maybe, but I don't know. It's hard to just say.
It's just
really.
hard to describe the songs now. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good song. I think. Well, to me it is. I don't know.
It's
yeah.
a good song.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
I see it, it's like falling into love with someone who doesn't want you back.
Yeah, it's like your typical
Inspirational message
breakup
there. Yeah,
song,
no, yeah,
I guess.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Put Through Hell. This is probably the most punk rock song on
Oh,
the album.
definitely,
This
very
is my
fast,
personal
very
favorite.
very upbeat.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is my personal favorite.
Yeah, Put Through Hell, fast-paced punk rock song. Just,
Just banging.
yeah, it's a banging.
Banger.
Scratches that pop punk itch.
Yeah, for sure. And then 7 is Nil. This one sticks out on the album compared to the others. It's a very slow. It was kind of like 80s synth inspired, because I'm big into 80s stuff too. I love everything 80s, and I wanted to kind of go with that with the instrumental. So there's absolutely no guitar on that. It's all just keys, drums, and then bass.
Yep.
And then this one's probably the most personal song for me on the album.
No.
Yeah, it's I'm pretty proud of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last one is Don't Let This End Your Life. This one is probably the heaviest on the
It's
album.
definitely the most instrumental and bass, like less lyrics.
Yeah, a lot more kind of Metallica vibes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the time of writing that song, Metallica just put out their newest album, 72 Seasons. And I was listening to that, like, on repeat. So I guess I had sort of a heavier itch that I wanted to go with on that song. And, yeah, that one's really good, too.
All very phenomenal songs.
Yeah.
All
I don't know if that's a great analysis for all the
No,
songs.
I think he was trying to get you to describe like the message like within the songs and like what they are maybe.
If you want to go that route, sure.
Okay.
I mean we don't. I mean I don't.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
No, for
I
sure.
mean, for me personally, I actually, when it comes to lyrics, because I'm the primary songwriter when
Yeah.
it comes
Well,
to lyrics.
I was gonna ask, what's your process of writing?
Oh,
putting
yeah.
it together?
You kind of want to go through like what me and you we're doing.
Yeah, so, like, well, usually a song starts off with, it's either just a guitar riff that I came up with, and then Brock will try to write some cool drums to it,
Yeah.
throw that over. But, yeah, we always do instrumental first. We write the instruments first, record that, and then once all that's finished, I'll go in and write the lyrics for it, try to come up with a melody that sounds good with it. And
With these songs in particular, it was a little bit different than how me and Seth have written a lot of songs in the past. It was more of like, okay, let's put this guitar riff into the computer. I'll get on the drums real quick here, and then we'll make a song out of it, and then we'll do revisions as we're looking over the song. As we're looking over the song and be like, oh, this needs to go here, this needs to go here, instead of actually like, like the generic being in a band practice.
yeah,
and then-
we actually wrote the thing while we were recording it. pretty much.
so that was kind
For
of
the
our
most part.
thing with it too, and that way we were able to like, oh, we don't like a fill here, or the vocals need to be like this here, or maybe this note needs to be different on the guitar here. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then as far as lyrics go, I like to write to where I kind of leave things up for interpretation, because, like, I don't. Sometimes people will ask me like, "Oh, what's this song about?" Or they'll be like, "Oh, is this about a specific girl or something that you wrote about?" But usually it's not. It doesn't have like any underlying message because.
So you don't go Taylor Swift and write about every
Right.
girlfriend you've ever
Yeah,
met.
No.
Yeah, I just like people to be able to relate it to however, something that they're going through or whatever.
Yeah.
I just like to leave it open. The only song that's really personal, like as far as like when I was writing, like the only thing that I actually had on my mind was probably Nil. That was the only one that actually came from like a personal perspective.
Mm-hmm.
All the others, for the most part, are just like, I just wanted to write, like, pick a specific topic, stick with that, and then that way, people can just kind of interpret it however it works for them.
Take it for how you see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's your plans for this? The music, the band. Do you have any places you're going to be playing? Have you played anywhere yet?
We haven't yet.
Hopefully get a platinum record off of it.
There you go.
That'd be a start for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a good start. That's a really good start.
Yeah.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Got to raise your hand. No.
Oh, shit. Dang it. Me too. But I think as far as this album goes, we probably won't be making any new music for a while, if I had to say. We want to just focus on like actually getting ourselves out there to be able to promote ourselves in different cities and states and grow a fan base to where eventually then, okay, we can look in and start making another album,
Mm-hmm.
Got to see where we're at, with the release of this. And I think overall, like, we still just like making music, and we need to just get out there and just do it more,
I think live shows is the next focus now that the album's out. Because, like, I've seen a lot of bands, especially in the area, that will be like, hey, we're a band, but they don't have anything out yet. Like, they'll play shows and do covers and stuff, but, like, we just wanted to do it different. We wanted to put something out there before we actually hit the stage. So that way people can kind of get a feel for us beforehand.
Right.
But we do have a show coming up at the Washington here in town on the 30th, I believe. It's not set in stone yet, but it was going to be the 23rd.
Yeah, I see the 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd, but I actually just talked to him this morning, and he switched it to the 30th to give us more time to... He wants to actually set up an event and have like other bands and stuff.
Yeah, versus just being a lonely band playing.
Yeah. But no, it was pretty cool. He's like really supportive about it. Like he actually likes our music, which I was pretty surprised about.
Yeah.
Yeah, David's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
He's huge into the music scene here.
Yeah.
He's been that way forever. That's be a cool venue for you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Does he have any other bands in mind that you...
he asked me if I knew of any. Obviously a lot of people around here probably know Love's Blind.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe they're taking the month off to work on just recording. So there was this other band that played with them last time at the Washington called Sleepyhead.
Okay.
And I think they're out of like the Quad Cities, and David was telling me he might try to get them back to play with us because he thought that they were more of a familiar sound to what we do.
Right.
So, and yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of like pop punk around here, so it's hard to find like a lot of bands that would make sense to play with us. I mean, I don't care. I'll play with anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, he wants to kind of have it be as similar vibe to what we're doing.
Right.
But yeah, so Sleepyhead is the only one that I know of so far that I think he's trying to get on.
Okay. Cool.
So
getting your music out there. You've got the CD. You've got your Spotify and all that kind of stuff. Now, tell me about that.
the barcode?
Yes, because I seen one of your videos. You were explaining that.
Oh yeah. So
that was
the other thing I was kind of proud of with this was like this was where the actual barcode was on the mustard bottle, but I took it off and put our actual barcode on there. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So this isn't from the mustard bottle.
See, I wasn't even aware of that. No, I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, it was like $5 to buy a barcode.
Right.
And I wanted the company that I went through to get the CDs made actually gives you a free one, but they always put it in the same spot, which is in the bottom corner.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I want to pay the extra $5 to actually put it on the bottom.
So what would the barcode do? I mean, is that something you scan?
Yeah. So like basically, it just keeps track of sales.
Okay.
So that way, like if I put in the barcode, it would tell like how many sales it has. I think.
Okay.
Is the point of it? I don't know for sure.
I was thinking maybe it's like a
like
QR code type thing.
Oh,
scan
okay.
it and it takes you
Like scan it,
somewhere.
get a free T-shirt, almost.
Oh no, that would have been cool to do something like that.
No,
though.
yeah, that's creative.
But yeah, I think like whenever people ring them up or whatever, it would just. But I really don't even know what the point is because most of them.
I think I got a QR code on my phone.
You mean like a barcode scanner?
Yeah, I got a QR code reader right here.
Let's find out what this thing does.
See if it reads it. If it focuses on it.
So as you're messing with that, let's talk about where we can get a hold of this. I mean, you got a couple different ways of listening to your music. I found you guys on Facebook, and then takes us to your website, and then there's several other different places.
Yeah, so if you go to mustyflick.com, which links to our Bandcamp account, you could either buy the digital version, or you can, which is like $5, or you can buy the CD for $10 on there. And the cool thing about the company that we got these CDs through is it's all made by order. So we don't have a limited supply. Like when somebody orders one, they manufacture it right there and send it to them.
Okay.
So it's really cool. So yeah, we have an unlimited amount on our website. We also have them downtown at Weird Harold's too.
Okay.
Like 10, 20 copies down there right now.
All
so
right.
This is what pops up if you scan the barcode. I don't even know what all this is.
unknown product. Well, I don't.
This is the screen I got when I.
Okay. Well, it takes you somewhere.
It does
You know,
redirect you
so-
somewhere, but none of our product is on Walmart, Bing, eBay, Amazon, Google. None of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that's
might
cool.
have to do something.
Well,
about
and
that.
it might, I don't know much about barcodes,
Well, and when they buy it online anyways, I don't think they actually scan it. So really, I don't think there's a point unless it's in like an actual retail store.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
Might be
So they
that.
can keep track of inventory, but
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked about. I get brain farts.
No,
Sorry, I
yeah,
know.
no, same. We all do.
Oh, well, did you guys have anything that you wanted to talk about that any?
Well, we're definitely looking forward to playing live. I'm really excited for that. We've just been kind of taking this time now to work on our craft a little bit and try to get as good as we can before we hit the stage.
Yeah.
And all the sales actually from our CD is going into an account, and we're saving that for diapers. Yeah, they have to help pay for my diapers.
Oh shit!
For my diapers.
Oh. I think
I
that's personal.
don't want to
fun,
see that in a show. all right?
Nah, I don't.
Nah, I already went before we started. It's all right.
Oh shit!
But no, we're saving it though for we want to tour next year. So we're gonna use this whole year just to save up money, play some local shows, stuff like that. Take it easy. But then next summer we want to put on like a full at least 2-week tour and hit like all of the Midwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how have you gotten your music out to other venues? How are you working on that?
So really, right now, the Washington and a couple other bars have gotten a hold of it. Usually just over Facebook.
I think
sending them links.
and
stuff.
I think expansion of our music and the more we grow, it'll help reach out to other venues as well too.
Yeah.
To the point where we don't wouldn't have to call somebody up, but they would even like might call us up to come play or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you just gotta work on getting our name out there a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I think live shows will definitely help with that a lot.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, have you contacted any local radio stations with it?
Yeah. So
Actually-
Watch You Crawl was on the Keokuk Rock Station a couple times.
Okay.
His name's Brian Job. He does like the local music.
Brian's Man Cave.
Yeah. Brian's Man Cave.
Yeah, that's
it. Yeah, he did. I don't remember how I found it, but it was somewhere on Facebook. He just posted about the local music block that he does, and I just sent him the music video for Watch You Crawl, and he wanted to put it on there, and then like a week later after it was on, he told me, he's like, "Hey, we're gonna put your song back on the radio tonight. Somebody called and requested it. Do you know who it was?" I'm like, "No, I have no idea." Turns out it was Brock's dad. I was like, "Of course, yeah."
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, family support. Family support.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, family support.
His parents are probably our biggest fans right now.
Oh
so.
man, don't it?
So you practice in the garage or your?
Yeah, at his place in like a really small room.
Yeah, it's a little cramped up, but I mean, we got space. We got space to play, so that's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, are you excited for like playing in like any big cities in particular?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I want to play like St. Louis for sure, Green Bay, because I'm a Packers
fan.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Packers fan.
Well, we just lost our quarterback, so we're probably not going to be good this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to go to Tulsa for sure, because I used to live in Tulsa.
Okay.
I want to go there. What about you?
I mean, maybe like Florida, like New York.
Oh,
be cool.
well, like eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like,
I mean, locally around here, I mean, yeah, I'd like to go play like Indianapolis or Twin Cities.
Yeah, my
that'd be
mind's
nice.
on the Midwest right now.
Yeah.
We're just keep it in the Midwest for right now.
Yeah.
Unless
Now,
something happens.
Do you guys have any like representation to where, or are they just getting a hold of one of you guys and then being able
It's
to
just
go
right. I mean, right now, I mean, we don't have no representation. I mean, you have to get a hold of one of us for sure.
Right.
Usually, I'm the guy that talks to people. His dad helps us out a lot too with like trying to reach out to
definitely coming clutch.
venues and stuff.
Definitely
Yeah.
coming in clutch.
Okay.
Yeah,
For sure.
Right. Cool.
I mean, once we get bigger, we'll get some representation. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean,
fun.
that's finding hire your dad as a manager or something.
No, yeah.
You don't have,
Well, we've actually talked about it. He's kind of like a manager
Yeah.
in a
Right.
way.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that there's like an actual music company here in Burlington.
Oh.
That there was a what?
What, like the record label?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's mine. So it doesn't really count.
Well, no, because I had the guy on here. He works there, Travis Brockett.
Travis Brockett.
He works down. You'd never know it by looking at the building. I'm out to give you some information on it, but I know that they handle quite a few larger names and stuff.
Really?
Like that.
Oh, I didn't know.
So that
Yeah,
might be
it must be
something-
a different
something to
company.
to point you guys towards me.
Yeah.
Might be able to help you out a little. However.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
For sure.
So, yeah. So what do you do for day jobs?
So right now I work for Hope Haven,
Okay.
which I think are you familiar with them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Special needs, working with disabilities, stuff like that.
Well, I tell you what, that is a huge job because not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
So.
I actually, I like it. It's pretty rewarding. Coming from my last job, I was at the prison in Fort Madison as a CO there.
Oh, I was going to say you got paroled then.
Oh, yeah. Just got out of prison.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
But no, I was a CO there, and it was like complete night and day difference as far as, because I mean, like, down there it's not very rewarding.
Right.
Whereas a job like Hope Haven,
Well,
you're actually...
Hey, there's a venue you can play. I played at the prison at one of the farms.
Really?
Oh, man, that was years ago.
Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, we played down there and I don't know. I wouldn't even know who you'd contact, but
Yeah. I don't think they would allow it.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
They're kind of turning it into a Supermax too. So
okay.
Ooh.
probably
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't.
Maybe
Right.
not. Yeah.
Maybe like Mount Pleasant or something.
Yeah.
Because they're a minimum.
Yeah. Potentially.
I mean, that would be something to put on your resume. I played in prison.
Yeah. I know Metallica's done that.
I actually.
They've
did not
also
know
played in Antarctica, which I think they're the first band to ever do that.
that. I mean, yeah. I can't name any more after that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty
For
cool.
sure.
though.
For sure.
And what do you do for?
I just got laid off here. Just very recent, like really recently. Yeah.
Okay.
My job, somebody bought our company out, so yeah, we had to lay off. But I worked at a meat factory for about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very recent of a layoff, so usually not like this.
No, I didn't really understand.
No.
The whole
Yeah.
being laid off.
Yeah. And then before that, I did construction for about 2 years too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. How about you? What you do?
I'm working down at the Vienna sausage plant in Fort Madison, old ConAgra. I'm working in the warehouse as a fork truck driver. So
Okay.
if any of my warehouse drivers are out there, what's up?
Forklift
See you
certified.
tonight.
Yeah, that's probably. I know they work their people a lot, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's working like 8 days
yeah.
a week.
There's some days I'll work 2-3 weeks without weekends.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta support the band.
It's supporting the band,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There you
Need that RV money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
boy, I'm trying to think of anything we haven't covered yet. Anything you guys want to talk about?
Anything you want to talk about?
I'm just having fun talking.
No, I'm just having fun talking.
Yeah.
Having fun.
Got any lies you want to tell me?
Yeah.
No.
That's part of the program, part of the vision. The what do you want to call it?
Oh, like the
mission
band
statement.
Future?
The mission statement of this podcast is stories, interesting stories, interesting people, people that can tell lies. I don't care what we talk about.
Come on. Get started off with something, Seth, and then I'll kind of follow along with you.
Okay. Well,
Nothing crazy.
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
I'm trying to think of.
What do you do besides playing your in the band? What do you do for fun outside the band?
Well, I'm actually kind of familiar with this whole thing, like the cameras and stuff. I've been doing YouTube just for fun for the past like 10 years.
Okay.
Mostly like video game reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, I like filmmaking too. Like I was in a couple film festivals in the area.
Oh, okay.
Had some short films that I had shown.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But I've kind of fallen out of the film festival thing. It's fun, but it's not really for me.
Right.
I still like filmmaking and stuff, but I think music is just kind of more what I'm into.
And me and Seth have done a couple handfuls of videos together.
Yeah.
Like with
he
his
was
YouTube.
he was in a couple of my
No,
short
yeah,
films.
no, yeah. We've made some shenanigan videos before.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else do you do besides film
And
and YouTube and music? Or is that it?
we kind of a band hobby that we all enjoy is golf. We like to golf.
Bringing up the golf
Bring
now.
on the golf.
I'm talking to the lowest handicap golfer right now.
Golf and gambling
Oh,
probably isn't.
Not
All right.
About the other one.
DGen certified.
Yeah.
DGen certified.
So, you're talking about filming and the music video. Do you guys do that yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did all the editing for it, and I just had a buddy who can't hold anything steady. Film this.
No. You want to hear a
He
story?
had the shakes.
Can we
He
tell
had-
the story?
He's an
Which
alcoholic
one?
and he quit drinking.
Go ahead. I don't know which one you got to say, but oh
You can read the cat all that.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a friend.
He's actually going to be like our mule in the band.
Well, but why do you gotta say that? That's messed up.
Roadie.
Yes, Roadie. That's the right name there. But anyhow, this guy's great,
No,
man.
you're thinking of a groupie.
Groupie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no groupies.
Gotcha.
Sean's
No
not going to be
We're
our
not
groupie.
No, we're no groupies with Sean.
Sorry, I'm getting my terminology mixed up.
Oh, yeah, we had this guy. No, me and Seth and another one of our buddies. We were just filming for his film fester actually, and we were filming a movie, and
The door.
we're filming this scene, and we're like, we tell him to close the door. You gotta explain it. I can't.
So there's a scene in the movie where he's supposed to close the door, and me and Brock, our lines are, no, don't. And every time he would go to close the door, we would be like, no, don't. And he would stop. And we're like, no, close the door. That's just our lines. We're just saying, no, don't.
And that went on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. It was fun.
So he'd probably be the guy that if you wrote a part for him, you'd have to really use his first name, so he could.
Potentially, yeah, no, we had to really get with him on the program there, not to open. No, because the whole scene behind, we were like, open up, let us in, and he didn't understand that.
Yeah, he's fun though.
He's great. Yeah,
he's a big supporter. He bought our album actually.
No, yeah. Be a great help for us out on the road if he decides to come.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, did y'all go to high school here in Burlington, West Burlington? Where'd you?
We actually all went to different schools.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to Burlington and West Burlington for 1 year, and then I went back to Burlington. But yeah.
Okay. Now let's see. What junior high did you go to?
I went to James Madison.
Okay.
Actually, I think my class was one of the last classes in James Madison.
Okay.
No.
Before they opened up.
Oh, you're talking about those little buildings that they had behind the school?
No, the school used to be a middle school.
Yeah, it used to be real school.
Yes, because there was James Madison and there was Oak Street.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they got the new schools, and
So all James Madison went to Ed Stone.
yeah,
Which is where I work. So I was asking you if you.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of curious because
Yeah.
most of the guys that go through there, like, I didn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. I was at James Madison.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought you would have went to Horseman.
No, that's a little bit before my time. I was in like 4th or 5th grade when it burnt down.
Okay, yeah. Because that's where my brothers went, and you're, like, close to their age.
Yeah.
You're pretty close, yeah.
I was close. I almost possibly would have went there. But,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, troublemaker in school? Class clown?
A little bit. I wasn't much of a skipper.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really skip a lot. I did like once or twice maybe, but
Oh, you bad.
I wasn't like, I also wasn't like, straight A student or anything like that. I was pretty much just an average student, boring student. Yeah. Kind of hung out with a little bit of everyone. I didn't really fall into a specific clique. I had a couple friends that were into sports, a couple friends that were losers, and I'm just kidding. I was the loser. Oh. No, I hung out with everybody, the nerds, the jocks.
You're funny, Seth.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Where'd you go to school at?
I went to course for elementary, and then Notre Dame, pretty much middle school to high school.
All right.
Yeah.
And troublemaker out there?
What was that now?
Troublemaker?
Nah, not too much.
Angel.
Not too much. Not too much.
Where'd you go to school at?
I was homeschooled through Harmony
Okay.
down in Van Buren County.
Alrighty.
Yo, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was the last.
Actually, that's the first time.
Last graduating class before they got merged with Van Buren community school.
I'm finding out a whole bunch of stuff
we're
this
learning
interview.
stuff about her.
I've told you guys this.
I knew that.
You're the bass player. You're the bass player. They don't listen to bass.
Yeah.
players.
They hear the bass player, but they don't listen.
I mean, I can't hear the bass.
Well, yeah, you got drums.
Well, did you know I was homeschooled too, actually, for 2 years?
I actually didn't even know that either.
First and second grade, I was homeschooled.
All my brothers and sister was
I loved it.
homeschooled. I hated it.
Really?
See, I can't just sit down in my living room and learn. I have to get
Depends
up.
how your parents do it,
Like
too.
when
though.
the front yard is right outside the door.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Right. You just want to go outside.
There is no way you're keeping me inside.
Well, and I'll agree with that. I haven't. Well, when COVID hit, and I had my kids at home, all three of my kids at home, and working with the junior hires that I work with, it was rough. I don't see how if to run a good homeschool. There are people that actually do it really good.
Yeah.
But
I think it would be tough.
I wouldn't. If I had to homeschool my kids, I'd be like.
Yeah, it seems like
education.
it seems like way too much of a pain. Like
I basically taught myself from like 7th or 8th grade up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I feel like
take that as you will.
I feel like now that we've gone into more modern days, I feel like homeschooling has become more popular. Maybe that opinion's irrelevant, not true.
No,
but I think
so.
homeschool, especially since COVID,
Yeah,
for sure.
especially.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I know, like, we're talking about not even putting our daughter in public school. We might do a private school. We don't know yet.
Yeah. No.
Well, tell me about your family. I mean, kids. I'd love learning about kids.
So I've been with the same girl for. Actually, this is a pretty interesting story. So my girlfriend, we've been on and off for about 3 years, but together for the most part. But we actually met online because we were both big fans of the All American Rejects.
Okay.
And I just posted something on Reddit, like one of their songs, and she commented on it. I didn't even know it was a girl at first. And then, I don't know, we were just having a conversation about music, and then next thing you know, we added each other on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, wow, she's actually kind of attractive. It's a girl. Wow. Yeah.
You're hoping it's not some Russian, Russian dude named Boris. With
Well, and then I took a leap of faith and drove 8 hours down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to go visit her where she lived, and that's why Tulsa is kind of one of those places I want to play because I ended up moving down there and being with her we stayed there for about half a year, and then for whatever reason she wanted to come back up here with me.
Oh, cool.
So,
Wow. That was a big leap of faith.
It's kind of funny you said. My situation about Massachusetts, right? Have I?
Oh yeah, you dated a girl.
Yeah, and I went out. I was in a similar situation, but instead of it being about a band, we played Minecraft together and all that. And I went out
Minecraft.
there. Yeah, so that's. I went out to a suburb of Boston.
Okay.
And so that's why when people ask me where's my dream place to play, it's Boston.
I can't say I've done either of what these guys have had doing. No, I just had to stay in.
No longer with her though.
Nah, no craziness going.
No craziness for you.
For that, I'm alright on that.
I mean, looking back, it was. I mean,
looking back.
Looking back, it's one of our songs. Track number 3. But yeah, no. It was probably I'm glad I did it, but it was a crazy idea to do.
Yeah.
Drive 8 hours and hope that it wasn't some.
I didn't even drive. I just got into a vehicle with a bunch
of
strangers.
You realized
1,000 miles away.
Jeez.
You realized you had like a 20% chance of getting catfished, right?
Yeah, I know. I would have had to hit up what's his name and the MTV.
You talking about Punk'd?
No, Catfish.
Oh, Catfish. Oh, okay.
What's his name? Nev or something?
I'm not sure, honestly. I don't watch TV.
Know. Whoever the host is of that show.
I guess you could say we both got lucky, kind of.
Yeah.
Except for yours, it worked out. Mine did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, now we have a baby together. And we actually told Tyson Ritter, the singer of the All-American Rejects, we met him and actually told him our story, and he was like, well, that's really cool, and he pulled out his phone and recorded us telling him our story.
Oh, cool.
And posted it. So, yeah, he's kind of, their band kind of has us hooked for life now. I collect, like, all their records and stuff. I have some rare stuff of theirs. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I I've done traveling throughout my life, and I lived out in Seattle, and I always thought, man, I'm going to go back and live out there again, And then a couple years ago, I took the family and my wife and all our kids, and we went out to Seattle to see her grandma lives out there. And I got out there, and I'm like, no. There's too many people and too much concrete.
yeah. I honestly can't stand big metropolitan areas as far as living in them.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Being
when
in
I was
them
in
for
Tulsa,
sure.
it was a lot different than what I was used to. I mean, I also lived in Macon, Georgia, for a while back in like 2014, 2015.
Was that your country?
Actually, well, Macon's a pretty big city too.
Okay.
So I was kind of used to it from that, but Tulsa was even bigger, I think.
Yeah, Tulsa's got like 500,000 people.
400,000 or 500,000 people.
I was gonna say, it's pretty big, yeah.
And I love the city, like, visiting, like, that touring would be awesome, going to different cities.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm definitely more of, I'd rather live out in the country, have, like, few acres, minimum neighbors,
Be able to turn everything up at a high volume.
Yeah.
And not have anybody complain about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, precisely, yeah.
Going from Farmington to Boston was a complete 360.
Oh, yeah.
No, that is a
Farmington,
360 and a
what's the
half.
population there?
Like 500 and something.
Yeah.
Now, the place I lived was like a suburb of Boston. The best place I can describe it is it's like Burlington, only like a little bigger, and all the like combining places are just, it's all one big town, but it's separate different sections of town.
Yeah.
So it's just people everywhere.
So when you were out in Boston, did you ever go to the bar that inspired the TV show Cheers?
I didn't, but I walked by it.
I've been in it. Of course, you're hoping somebody's going to yell, Norm! It doesn't even look like the bar.
No, it doesn't.
It's like, I was kind of disappointed when I went through that place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I walked by on the way to a Fenway Red Sox game, actually.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We went there. It's on my brother's ship. I was stationed on his ship for like 2 weeks. So, yeah. It was kind of cool. Kind of fun.
Nice.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
I'm an old man.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
So, have we left anything out?
I don't know. I mean, we've just been kind of talking here for the past hour.
I don't know.
Any other wild things you want to add in, Seth?
I don't know. Let's walk through our favorite songs and stuff. I guess we kind of already did that, but
okay. We keep talking pop punk, but tell me some of your influences, because I'll tell you who when I started listening to it. For me, I don't know why I kept thinking a little bit of Weezer.
Okay.
I can respect that.
I can hear that. Yeah.
But so tell me about your influences.
Like our personal influences, or that go with the album.
I think for all three of us, we're individually into different stuff.
Yeah, we all listen to different stuff. Unironically, yeah.
Which I think is cool though, because it kind of makes us sound a little more unique.
I mean, I would look at you two guys and go, yeah, pop punk. I'd look at you and go, no, you're in a heavy metal band.
You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
He's big into rap too, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also big into hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip-hop and rap.
I would say for me it's mostly a lot of pop punk stuff, but also a lot of 80s music. A lot of 70s too, but yeah, I'm into a lot of classic stuff. But when it comes to 80s, the reason I love the 80s so much is it's not just rock music. Like, I think every genre from the 80s is good. And, yeah, I listen to a lot of different bands from that time period.
If y'all had to, I mean, if each one of you, tell me if you had to pick a band right now, either currently touring or not even, the band's not together anymore, who would you go see?
Who did we go see?
Yeah. Who would be the band that you would say, this would who I have to see in concert? Like me, growing up in the 70s and the 80s, Kiss. I've seen them a couple times.
I actually wanted to go see them on their last tour. Do you know if they, because I know they postponed it. Mm-hmm. Is it done? Are they done
No,
now?
they're still going.
They are.
And matter of fact, they're supposed to finish December of this year.
December.
So
are they done with the areas around here?
I think they're hitting the Chicago area one more time.
I might have to go to that.
You might have to.
I want one. That'll be my only chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen them with the original members.
That's awesome.
That's the best.
So who's all left?
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. And
really?
then you got Tommy Thayer, who actually played in Black and Blue. So, I mean, he's got some rock and roll credit there. And then the drummer, Eric Singer, and he's played with...
He's been there for a while, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been there. Oh, my gosh.
And then
they've both been there. They're the longest, besides,
the original.
They're the longest replacement members.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
and then Ace Frehley left when and.
Yeah, he left back in early 80s.
Yeah.
And then joined back up, with the reunion back in 95, 94, 95.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Around. So, yeah, that's my favorite band, to see.
I mean, I personally would love to go see Eminem. Honestly, okay. Yeah, one of the goats, one of them all-time goats for me.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be great to go see. I've never actually seen like a big band like in concert like that. I mean, I've supported local bands, but be dope to go see that guy. Or maybe even back in the Slim Shady days too. Go see one of those concerts too. Yeah.
Now, would you cut the hair and dye it and put on the shirt?
No.
Would you be one of the Slim Shadys?
No, I would not be a Slim Shady.
Can't stand up. Slim Shady.
Can't stand up after that one.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Metallica.
Okay.
Always wanted to see Metallica. They're one of my oldest and biggest influences for playing guitar. Even though we don't sound anything like them, but just I've always just been big into like everything they put out. Even some of their weaker albums I still love.
Right. I've never seen Eminem. Yeah, I might go see him. That rap's not my thing.
Yeah.
Metallica, I seen them on their Justice for All tour
awesome.
in Seattle.
Really?
Me and my brother went. He just got out of boot camp, and he came up, and we went to a show, and amazing.
That's awesome.
Would love to have seen him with Cliff Burton, but...
a Disturbed concert would be dope to go to.
Disturbed?
Yeah, they're a really great band.
Okay.
Yeah. Thinking of that, too. Now that just hit the mind.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I'd say for today, for like a band that's still touring, Fall Out Boy. Any day. I absolutely love Fall Out Boy. Pete Wentz is one of my biggest inspirations for bass playing. But when he was still alive, Mac Miller. I would have loved to go see Mac Miller. And also in their prime, Motley Crue. I had like 3 answers there.
Okay.
Motley Crue?
Motley Crue back in the day.
Back
I would
in
have
the
loved
day.
to have seen Motley Crue back in the day.
See, I'm more of a Def Leppard guy.
I know, you told me, but Motley Crue.
Seen both of them.
Oh, nice.
Back in the day.
Well, I heard Motley Crue is not worth seeing anymore.
Not anymore. Back in the day when they were party animals, maybe, but
yeah,
they've kind of...
I mean, when you've made that much money, I mean...
Well, I mean, it's sad to see Mick Mars.
Having. Well, he's done now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's putting out a solo album and stuff like that.
Huh.
But just the way it went down is, what is true? Did he get replaced because he's older, or
right.
All that kind of, that's sad.
Well, he's had back problems like since they started, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's got this. I can't even pronounce the disease, but basically his backbones are fusing together, So when you see him, he's always when he turns and stuff like
Jeez.
that,
Yeah.
his neck's kind of down a little bit.
Dude looks like a ghoul these days.
Yeah, but a monster of a player.
Oh yeah, great guitar player.
Nicky Six, he's also a big inspiration. I didn't know he played bass there for a while.
Right.
Up until recently, but he's always been one of my favorites.
You thought he was a guitarist?
Yeah, I
or
thought he was just a
something?
guitarist. Apparently, he was bassist.
No. Well, I mean, he had his own solo project, the 6 a.m.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff. I
Yeah.
like that. I like the topics that they cover in 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Not just the party of Motley Crue. I like the addiction that they dealt with, especially
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the first album.
Well, it started as a book, didn't it?
Yeah,
Or-
Heroin
yeah.
Diaries.
Yeah.
That was kind of the soundtrack to it.
Oh, okay.
But,
They also made a movie about him, The Dirt. It's a real raunchy movie, but it's about it's basically the autobiography or the
Of
movie.
Motley Crue, yeah.
yeah.
Shows him back in the day, him dying, come back to life, all that.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think No, I hadn't read The Dirt. They got a book about that, but I like the. I've still got Heroin Diaries around somewhere. That's an amazing adventure story of all his.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
He had a crazy journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, I mean, they did write one of their biggest hits because of it. Him almost dying.
Kicks down my
So
heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that came out of it, but
So, yeah. I mean, the guy is a great songwriter, lyrically and stuff like that. Of course,
Yeah.
that's the era that I grew up in. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else we haven't talked about?
I'm trying to think right now.
yeah, me too.
I mean, we said our most favorite inspirations. Is there anybody that's been the opposite of an inspiration for you?
The opposite of an inspiration. I don't want to throw anyone
Pisses
under
you
the
off
bus.
the most.
What makes you not want to make? What artist makes you not want to make music?
Probably Rush.
Really?
I've never liked Rush.
Oh shit! I wasn't expecting that answer actually.
Just never liked them.
Oh, it's a good answer.
But I mean, I don't. That's just. I'm not gonna throw any
No, you don't want to throw shade yet. No, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
I mean, I don't have any problems with them, but
Yeah.
I just never really been a big fan of them.
No. Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah. I used to not really be big into the hair metal stuff from the 80s. I mean, I like a lot of bands, specific bands, I guess, from that era. But I think I'm more into, when it comes to 80s, either thrash metal, it's weird. It's thrash metal or power pop stuff, The Outfield, big
Okay.
into them,
Yeah.
or Loverboy, stuff like that.
All that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's in your? I'd say tape deck, but that once again dates me. What's on your I don't know MP3 player or
playlist.
whatever?
Playlist.
What when you hop in your car, what do you put in?
Oh, there's a whole variety of stuff, honestly.
Okay.
I guess mostly just rap. Underground, more rap, heavy metal. Yeah, mostly for me.
Okay.
For me, I usually just put on KQ92 in the car.
All right.
Otherwise, unless I have a CD in, but pretty much anything from...
You give him the aux, he's playing everything. Blink 182 and Sum 41, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of pop punk. but
Yeah.
A lot of Metallica. I don't know. Bryan Adams, even.
Really?
Yeah, I love Bryan.
Okay.
Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams. All right. Little history lesson on this. You know the Kiss song "War Machine"?
Maybe.
I do not.
All right.
No.
Well, just imagine Kiss, and then imagine Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams actually co-wrote "War Machine"
Oh,
for
really?
Kiss. Now you got to go home and pull it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch that, and then go pull up Bryan Adams. don't know what.
Would you like never guess that?
You would never guess it.
Yeah,
You'd
that's
be
crazy.
Like, no way. Because
Yeah.
Bryan Adams, he's like pop and
Yeah.
love and all this, and then you got Kiss going.
Yeah.
Just
just too
Yeah,
completely
and-
intertwined. And, yeah.
But it's kind of interesting to know that Gene Simmons had Bryan Adams come in and write that song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
help
Write
that is
that song.
wild.
So I mean, it just kind of shows his ability to cross genres.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
No, absolutely.
Gene Simmons is a picky guy too when it comes to artists. I've
Mhm.
noticed, like, I think he even said like Foo Fighters was the last good rock band
Right.
left around.
Yeah, he's he's very opinionated
Yeah,
as far
yeah.
as he's like rock and roll's dead and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. The business changed. It's
Oh,
not.
the
it's
game has
not
definitely changed 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, with how much stuff we have access to now these days for music production, I would say 1,000%.
Oh yeah, I like it and I hate it for different reasons. I kind of wish it was the old-fashioned way of putting music out, but because I feel like it's just so oversaturated now because with the internet being able to put out anything at any time, anybody can put out anything.
right.
So I feel like it's harder to get recognized these days, but at the same time it's not because everybody uses the internet. So I don't know, it's kind of, there's pros and cons, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I like it.
The standard of music has been raised
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
a bit. Well, I don't know, honestly. I think on a complexity level, maybe it's increased, maybe it's decreased. I don't know. You could argue it goes both ways, and I think that's had an effect on like the generalized
Yeah.
industry, I
Mhm.
guess. Yeah.
What I like about the way that the industry has changed is, I could find local guys like you,
Right.
you guys, and go, all right, that's cool, and play it. I can find, the popular stuff, but then, being able to find some really good, like I like the Southern rock, blues type stuff, and I can name you some really awesome Southern rock bands that some people, have never heard of.
Yeah.
That I would put them on the level of like Leonard Skinner and
Really?
that kind of caliber of bands.
I'm a big Leonard Skinner fan, by
And-
the way. Love Leonard Skinner.
Heard of Blackberry Smoke?
No.
Check out I'll
They
Blackberry Smoke
Okay.
and Steel Woods.
Okay.
Those two bands, phenomenal. I mean, just amazing. I'll link some stuff to your Facebook.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I definitely, maybe I'm wrong for this, but I feel like word of mouth, like back in the day, was able to get you a lot bigger than it is now. Maybe I'm wrong for
Yeah.
saying that.
I don't know.
There wasn't so, like he said, there wasn't so oversaturated. So if you had like a band that wasn't so musically inclined, but you were out there doing it and putting in motivation, I think you were a lot more prone to like get recognition. Now these days, like I've seen countless and I know a lot of people personally that are like really musically inclined and talented, and just like they don't deserve the recognition that they need, so I mean, like he said, the oversaturation, anybody can just make something on Fruity Loops, and then put it out there, and if it gets big, it gets big. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
like,
then you got-
And I mean, you also got to think about it too. Like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm trying to put it together.
I like the convenience of being able to play anything at any time.
Mhm.
Just pull them up and check out a new band that you've never heard of.
Right.
But I also miss and not just with music, but also like movies. Just going into a store, like either a Blockbuster or like a record shop or something, and actually like looking at the physical media, and it was like that determined if you wanted to get it or not. It was like always a risk that you were taking.
Right.
But it was kind of cool though, because you usually just went off the cover. And
You see, that's kind of what I was going at with it too. Like back in the day, like I mean, now I could sit on my computer and like somebody can send me a link to a band, and I can be like, oh, well, that's good, that's bad, like, but what he's kind of saying, like back in the day, like you almost had to just like start handing out your CDs and like really getting around word of mouth, and like you go to Blockbuster, like you go to this concert, and then you found out then like if they were good, like now that we have like instant like communication, I think it kind of like ruins it a little bit, like the feeling and the vibe of it, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know about y'all, but I really miss when like one of your favorite bands dropped a new album. You have no idea what it sounds like. You have no critique from the internet or anything. You just go to Walmart, go to your record store, find it, buy it, go home.
Yeah.
Putting in the CD to the CD player for the first time. Just hearing the
Now,
spin.
Nowadays days, I'm pretty sure you can go on like Rotten Tomatoes and get like a whole like movie, like description.
Like the description.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say, I don't think
just-
you can download a whole movie.
No, not
from Rotten
download, but you can
Tomatoes,
just find
but-
out like the whole entire plot of a movie, and like there'd be
like
some
on
people.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
They do that too. Like
Yeah.
you'll
And
go
that's
to a
just-
Wikipedia page for a movie
Yeah.
and go to the plot, and it's not just like a synopsis. It's like literally they.
I
tell you the
and
whole
I
movie.
think that in itself, like not getting out and going to a concert or going to the Blockbuster, go rent a movie, and I think that instant communication has definitely like been able. It's affected everything in a way too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I was
with-
just thinking on that so
with the
much.
access to the music instantaneously. Okay, so you're going to be playing somewhere,
Yes.
and there is a huge difference between a CD and playing live.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so they can listen to your CD and go, it's not really my thing. But if and then they make that choice, and they don't go to a show. But if you guys can play, and put on a good show, put on an entertaining show, and play the music, and music always sounds different, when you're playing live than it is. I think a lot of local, or even any band, people will listen to the CD and not give the live aspect of a band a chance.
Right.
I've been in a couple venues where it's just like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
I
I mean, I'm definitely guilty of that too. Like, there's a lot of music I've heard that I probably wouldn't want to go see live, but that is a good point though. You never really know how they could be completely different.
Right.
Live than on CD.
All right, so.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just trying to make sure he wasn't late for work there. That's why I was checking the phone.
Oh, sure.
here.
No
Yeah,
problem.
no.
No problem.
I'd say it was like 8:15. We were just talking away, and I'm like, oh boy, he's got to get to work here at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up here pretty soon. Maybe we'll end with this: CD, MP3, Spotify, or vinyl.
Vinyl for me. I actually collect a lot of vinyl.
All right.
I mean, for listening, no. I would probably just go digital.
Yeah.
Just for the
MP3.
listening convenience.
Yeah.
But I like collecting
Right.
vinyl.
I'm heavy on. I mean, I don't collect vinyl with CDs personally myself because I'm just like not like it like that. But for convenience, MP3 all day. Yeah.
I wish we actually could get our album on vinyl. That'd be awesome.
I mean, I'm sure if we had enough money, we could.
You'd
It's
have
so.
to pay
I've
out.
looked into it. It's expensive. We'd have to charge like $40 just to break even.
Yeah.
At least, well, depends who you go through, I guess. But that was like the cheapest I could find. And
Heck,
it's
And
just
that's
not worth it.
hefty.
Yeah,
We
especially
might
for-
get like one person to buy a vinyl at the next show.
Vinyl's a target.
If we're lucky,
Big games are
you
like
know?
23.
Yeah.
So, like, it's...
Yeah, but they have warehouses
Yeah.
of like certain actual companies that put them together. But
Yeah.
if you go through like a third-party software,
They're
online,
gonna charge you a lot more. Yeah.
No, I was just saying how, like, it costs more for us, like, independent artists, to people who don't have a record label. We're just doing this out of our room in
Yeah.
our house.
Yeah.
It costs more individually.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I was just hearing the other day, CDs, when they first came out, they came in the long boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
People that have saved those long boxes are making bank because it's kind of like an old record vinyl
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
you can
No,
hold in
percent.
your hands. Now, nowadays they come like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool how
There's definitely an art of collection for some of those that kind of things. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
No.
Well, cool guys. Thanks for stopping by and
And no, thank you for
talking.
having us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. This was
absolutely.
awesome.
Been
Yeah,
fun.
this was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love
this
to
has
do
been
this
fun.
again
We
sometime.
will link when the episode comes
Show
out.
it to the camera.
Absolutely.
Show it to the camera.
Yeah,
Yep.
which camera? There's the
Yeah,
there's our
the
new
camera.
album.
I'll tell you, I'll put this.
Yeah, put it right-
There you
put-
go. That'll
okay.
show up better.
This is our new album, Plenty of Mustard. It's out now. You can go to mustyflick.com and get it. Or if you're in the area, you can go down to Weird Heralds and they have them. Or just stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. And this is actually for you. I wanted to give you this
Awesome.
Yeah.
for having us on the show.
No, yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah, that was a little gift from us.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's cool. Yeah, I would say, you can stream it, but go buy it. Support the guys because they're going to take that and they're going to reinvest it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Into
that-
the music.
We're trying to
Whatever-
save all the funds for, we want to get an RV or something
Okay.
so we can tour next year.
You'll see us out wrecking up the roads and the shows. Doing all that fun, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank
And,
you.
No, thank you.
You
Absolutely.
guys have to get off to work, so don't.
Well, he does.
He does.
He does. So me and him
Here
are
in about
good.
half an hour.
So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for me. Find my picture. There I am. That's going to do it for me. Tune in next week. We'll have somebody here. Yeah, once again, Musty Flick.
Plenty of mustard.
Plenty of mustard.
Peace out, Musty Flickers.
Thank you.
We will see you guys later. Bye.